Alrighty, so for the first stretch that we're going to do is we're going to take our hand and put it right on top of our clavicle right there, and we're going to turn our head to the side and look up towards the ceiling. You're going to feel a stretch here on your anterior scalenes. For the next stretch, we're going to be stretching the trap. So we're going to start in that neutral position and look down to our armpit and take that hand and pull down towards the armpit. And this hand is using to stabilize against the table, so you are isolating the trap right there. So for this stretch, we're going to have our elbow extended, and then we're going to gently be pulling our top part of our hand back towards our body. So that way we're getting a good stretch of the flexors. So you should be feeling this here. To counter that last stretch, we're still going to be elbow extended, but now taking our palm and other hand and still pulling back, making sure that our hand is facing downwards in this position. To get a deeper stretch, if you need it, you're going to make a fist and still pull. So that way now you're getting stretches of the extensors. So for the next exercise, we're going to do active range of motion of flexion and extension of the wrists. You are going to be revving an engine, and you can either have your arms extended out or tucked in next to your sides, because this is a warm-up. For the next exercise, we are going to be getting some active range of motion in our wrists, doing radial and ulnar deviation. So your thumbs are going to be facing up towards the sky, giving the whole world a thumbs up and going up and down as far as you possibly can. So for this exercise, you're going to be closing and opening your fist. While you close, you're going to hold for 1 second and then open up. So for this next exercise, we're going to tuck our thumb in, and now we're going to radially deviate, so pointing down to get a stretch here. You're going to hold that for 30 seconds. So for the next exercise, we're going to take our thumbs and go to the pads of our fingers and making sure to extend our thumbs back out each time you go to each different pad. So for this exercise, you're going to take your thumbs and go to the tips of your fingers and pinch for 1 second, making sure to extend every single time and going to each finger. So for this next exercise, we're going to take our other hand and stabilize the meaty part of our thumb and still try to bend at the 2 joints here and here. So we're taking this out of the equation and working and focusing on these 2 joints. So for this next exercise, it's called a finger lift off. You're going to take each finger and lift up as high as it can go, and individually. Once you've done this, now you're going to take 2 fingers and try to go at the same time. And then come back. For this exercise, you're going to be scrunching the towel as hard as you can and squeezing at the very end. For this next exercise, we're going to be revving the engine again, but with a towel to try to work on our strength. If you need be, you can fold the towel in half to work on different types of grip strength. And you're still revving the engine and keeping your elbows extended as you go through the exercise. Lastly, you're going to hold and squeeze the towel as hard as you can. So for this exercise, we're going to make sure that our forearm is stabilized on something, and you are going to be using your flexors and curling up at the wrist. For this exercise, your palm is going to be facing down with the dumbbell, and you're going to be extending through the wrist, making sure that your forearm is stabilized and the action mover is your wrist. For this exercise, you're going to take a dumbbell or a hammer, something that has weight at the end of the lever, and you're going to be pronating and supinating. So that is supination, and this is pronation. Making sure that your arm is stabilized and you're going nice and slow.
Hi everyone, I am Jess Riquelme and I am the second year graduate assistant and athletic trainer at the University of South Florida, and I'm on the Tampa campus. I mainly work with campus recreation and sports programs, and I really hope that you found this video very informative on some generic and beginner stretches and exercises and strengthening things that you can do on your own and at home for your neck, wrist, thumb, and digits. If you want to know any more information at all, please feel free to shoot me an email. I will drop my email at the end of this video so that you will have access to me if you do decide that you want to ask some questions, dive in a little deeper, and get to gaming back as soon as possible, and or just regular schoolwork. As always, go Bulls, and stay safe out there, everybody. Wear those masks.